Hi, guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the Make It Easy podcast. Can you imagine, guys? We are already mid season. Can you imagine? It's already episode 5. I hope you have been learning something throughout the episodes. I hope you have been practicing. Remember, our theme for this season is from plan to practice, and I hope that the conversations have started something in you and you've been challenged in one way or another. All right. So as you can see clearly today, we don't have a guest. I think today I just wanted to share some of the things that I have been learning or I'm still learning in regards to moving from plan to practice. But before we get right into it, I want to pause for a few seconds for those of you who've not subscribed. If you're enjoying this content, please make sure to subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family. So I'm giving you 5 seconds to just pause this video and then subscribe. Sawa? Okay. Great. So let's get right into it. So we've been speaking about moving from planning to practice, and one thing I have come to realize that there's so many. It's easier said than done. That's for sure. It's easier said than done. And along the way, there are so many things that I have come to learn. That's why I want to share with you. And as someone who is a serial over planner. I think for me, the reason why this theme is actually very important to me is because for me as Shalom, I am a serial planner. Yani me, I'll plan. Me, I have plan A, I have plan B, I have plan C, which is actually not bad. Remember, we said you're not trivializing planning. Planning is very important, but we are telling you don't need to sit there with your plans. Move with your plans. Get right into it. Start actualizing them. So, as a serial planner, there are so many things that have come to learn, even as I move from being a planner to someone who is now actualizing. And that's what I want to share with you guys. Okay? So they're just 4 lessons. So I hope you will get to learn something. And please feel free to share what you've been learning as well. Feel free to share if this resonates with you. And yeah, let's make it easy together. So the first one, learning happens in motion, not in planning. This is something that I think I have gotten a grasp of right now. Because again, as a serial planner, one thing we think we know, or one thing we think we can control is that when we have so many plans, or when we have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, we feel like we can take account of the mistakes that will happen, which sometimes is actually very true. But now when the rubber meets the road, you get to realize, by the way, I had not envisioned this learning curve now that I'm actualizing it. So one thing that I have learned is that learning happens in moving. It's good to plan. It's good to sit with your, the visions that you have, the things that you want to do. But the actual learning starts when you're in motion. When you said you want to do that business, yes, it's good. It's theory. It's all in the head. You've written down the plans. You've written down the ideas. But now you get to learn. You get to know what is needed when you're actually doing the job. When the rubber meets the road. So that's the first lesson. Learning happens in motion, not in planning. Okay? Have you gotten that? Great. The second one, momentum comes from small wins. This one. I think this one I am still learning. I am still learning that momentum comes from small wins. What I mean is that it's good to be fixated on the goalposts. Like, you say that this is what I want to do. Your eyes are on the goalposts. That's great. It's fantastic. But one thing that you need to be cognizant of is the small markers of success that probably are not what you envision, but these are things that when you sit back and you realize, by the way, this is something I had not envisioned, but however small it is, this is something that is actually building up to the bigger picture that I'm aiming for, So don't be ignorant of the small wins that you get. Don't be ignorant of the small successes that come your way, because these small successes are what these are the things that build up to the bigger picture that you're eyeing. So if you're back at home, or if you're watching me and you are the kind of person who is always fixated on this is what I want to do, this is the business I want to open, and this is how I want it to look, this is how I want it to start, I am not taking anything less than that. I am not telling you to compromise. I'm not telling you to, lower you. But what I'm telling you is there are going to be markers of success. There are going to be things that you're going to learn along the way. Please take that win, move with it, and continue moving towards the present. Now, the problem happens is when now we get these small wins and we relax. I think one challenge that I'm posing to you is not to take the small wins and rest there. Take them, move forward, and realize that there's a bigger picture that you're aiming for. So please, momentum comes from small wins. So don't ignore the small wins. Lesson number 3: move through the fear. This one I am still learning. This one I really am still learning. One thing I have realized is that what fear does is fear silences your potential. Fear silences your potential. It makes you think that you're not the right person for this job. It makes you feel like you're not the right person for this opportunity. It makes you feel like you're not the right candidate for this particular job, And one thing is that this fear is going to come. Like, we are not telling you that, the fear is going to come, look behind, run away. The fear is going to come. Move through the fear. One thing that will help you move through the fear is to, first of all, realize who God has called you to be. Realize that God has given you, God has equipped you. Realize that you are equipped. Realize that you are the best person to do that particular task that is at hand. And the other thing, you have been planning for it. So you're well equipped. God has equipped you. You have God with you. So I think that should be a great reminder or a great nudge that when this fear comes, remember that you are not alone in it. You have been planning for it. You have God with you. Then that's all you need. And sometimes we tend to think that, I want the fear to go. I want the fear to leave so that I move. I'm not going to move fearful. The fear is going to be there. Let me tell you, I think everything that I do, even when I think like right now, everything that I keep on doing every single day, every kind of milestone that I keep on, hitting, I don't remember a time that I did it without fear. Like, I'm always fearful. I'm always thinking of, guy, what if it does not go how I've planned? What if this one goes wrong? And the minute I say that, hey, by the minute I'm feeling this type of way, I'm not going to do it, I don't think we can ever actualize anything. So please move through the fear. Don't wait for it to end. Move with it, and eventually you'll get to realize that you are the best person for it. You are equipped for it. God has called you to be the best person to actualize it. Last and not least, this is a great one. This one I really, really love. This is now like the icing of the cake. You imagine now this cake that we've been eating, this is now the icing. The fourth one is surround yourself with people who push you to action. This, I think, when I think about myself again, because I'm the reference point in this. When I think about myself, so many things that I have done, or so many things that I have been able to achieve, most of them are because of the support system or the friends, the people that I have around me. So many times, we think that, one thing, I think, like, for me, I think I am that kind of person who thinks when I have this thought, when I have this idea, let me do it up to the very end. Sometimes we can tend to forget that, you need different people, different pillars, different people positioned in your life to be able to hold your hand, to be able to keep you accountable, to do that which you want. Because it's good to say, by the way, I'm going to practice. Mimi nimejambia, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to open sijui this what. But you don't have someone to be accountable to. When you get a hindrance hapo mbele, so many of the times you'll decide, by the way, I'm out, I don't want to do this. But what helps is if you are accountable to someone, this person will come in, by the way, you said you're going to do this. You said you're going to actualize this thing. Why are you not doing it? I think it actually can be very annoying because one of the things I'm grateful for, which can actually, one of the things I am grateful for is that I have people who keep me accountable. When I say I am going to do this, after like 2-3 weeks, they're like, hey, Bethe Shalom, you said you're going to actualize this. Hey, form, what are you doing? And sometimes it can be very annoying because I said that was Shalom 3 weeks ago. This is the Shalom now, But they're like, no, Shalom, you need to walk through you need to actualize whatever you said. So please, even as we talk about practicing, we cannot walk this journey alone. You need people to hold your hand. And in the same way we are saying that you need to be accountable to someone, make sure you get someone who you are able to hold accountable. You cannot walk this journey in solidarity. You need someone needs you. And when you keep on doing that, that's when we keep on making it easy. That is entirely what we talk about here, making it easy. So I just hope that as you think about this, as you think about the things that you're doing, the plans that you have, ask yourself, by the way, do I have that one person who I'm very sure if I said I'm going to do this, they'll actually hold me accountable to they'll really hold me accountable and tell you, by the way, Ebu, do this thing that you said, even though you're not feeling it. Ebu, wake up, let's go, let's do it. So I hope you have that kind of person and you are also that kind of person. So yeah, those are the 4 great lessons that I have been learning. I hope that they have challenged you. I hope that you have been encouraged. And please feel free to share what you have been learning, what has stood out for you. Not even in this episode, the episodes that we have been doing before. We have 4 episodes for this season. So please check them out. I hope you're learning something. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So thank you so much. See you next week. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely morning. Have a lovely evening. Bye.